Good morning, everyone, sir, and a very, very warm welcome, sir. Thank you so much for coming on our campus today. Sir has his credits some amazing scripts like Sonali Cable, Nautanki Sala, and Dam Maro Dam. And today, on the occasion of Women's Day, we have screened your film Sonali Cable to celebrate the spirit of womanhood. And now we look forward to have a conversation with you. RSA's team would like to sincerely welcome you, sir.
The inspiration for this story, which I think is something that we'll touch upon later, that where do we get our stories from? You know, a lot of you, some of you will be becoming writers, producers for whoever, but at the end of it, we are all storytellers. We are here, you are sitting in this class, I am sitting here because we had other choices in life to make a living, but we have chosen to tell stories because we are all badly in love with stories. In whatever department we are, we like to tell stories. So when we want to tell stories, it is important, very important, that as writers especially, that we experience life. We be in, besides watching movies and understanding what works, what doesn't work, what has a possibility of getting made. Your a writer has to keep his antenna. You have to keep your antenna on experiences that you, even mundane small experiences that you have in your life, people you meet, things you read, you experience, everything becomes a kind of raw material for us. It becomes raw material, and in that process you sometimes realize that, oh, here is a story, here's an interesting character. Whenever we get drawn to something, there is because there is something unusual about it, there is something that is aspirational, or there's something that is heroic or dramatic. That's in general. If you take a newspaper, you start reading, you will find 8 stories out there. Not all will be becoming movies or TV serials or web shows, but that keeping that antenna on, having a nose, eye, and ear for story is something that is very critical process in our as part of a writer's journey. Coming to this film, see, I live in a very like one of those housing colonies you saw in the movie. So I live in one of those in Malad, and this is when the net had just started. You know, there used to be this cable that used to come to our house, and it was a cable that would go into your computer. And I, being a writer, and because of a physical condition, I was 99% working from home. And the net, like it is today, even in back in the whatever early 2000, mid 2000, was a very critical component of your work and keeping in touch with the world. So we had a small cable center in our area, which is also called Sonali Cable. So that and they had just started providing broadband internet, and they were horrible. Like every day there would be disconnections, and I would call them. They had a helpline number, which was, I could actually just walk 10 minutes and go to the office. But I used to call them and say, "Kabhi aa raha hai? Kabhi aa raha hai net? Sir, abhi 10 minute hai, 20 minute hai." So one day I had a script. I was writing for a TV show, and as you know, in television we many times have to write like the shoot is on in Mud Island, and I got a brief that lead actor has broken his leg, so all the scenes have to be now converted into indoor. So I'm sitting and working, and I'm sending scenes. Suddenly, once net is on, so I just lost my head. So I called up. It was night. I didn't expect anybody to pick up. One girl picks up the phone. I said, "Hello, Sonali Cable. कौन बोल रहा है?" So she said, "मैं Sonali बोल रही हूँ." So she is the owner of that place. So I said, "एक काम करो, कल मेरी मैयत है. मैं आज जान दे रहा हूँ. कल तुम लोग पूरा केबल सब लोग आ जाना. ठीक है?" And I kept the phone. Then she called back. She said, "क्या हुआ सर? नेट नहीं चल रहा है." Yeah. Then I heard her on the phone saying to another guy in Marathi, that was, and she was swearing, माँ बहन की गाली कर रही हो कि साले कुत्ते, तेरे को बोला था वो लंगड़े के घर पे जाके फोन में नेट ठीक कर, तूने नहीं किया, हाँ, तेरे को मैं फोड़ डालूं क्या अभी. And that was when I realized, who is this girl? I've been communicating with her on phone for like last 1.5 years. I just felt, who is this girl? The way she spoke to that guy, and then she said, "Sir," and the next thing she said, "Sir, मैं अभी लड़के को भेज रही हूँ, आपका नेट ठीक हो जाएगा." I sent that script. I went out for a walk. I went to that cable center for the first time. I entered it, and I met her, and I chatted with her. I chatted with her a couple of more days, and got to know that world. And I realized that here are these people. They come from a slum near my house, and they are running a cable center. She has studied up to 11th class, and they are running a business. And she's one girl with 8 or 9 boys, with whom she's running this cable business of providing cable net to different people. And obviously, this business in those times was controlled by some kind of whatever political bigwigs, mafia. So she had her fingers in all this, and she was managing her life. So I wrote it down. I said that this is a story. It's a David versus Goliath situation. I could just see it there in front of me. The small office, one Maharashtrian girl sitting there. She must have been 19, 20 years old. Extremely aggressive and wants to do something and stick on there. And at the same time, there were bigger broadband companies coming in. There was Airtel coming in. There was other players coming in. And from that story idea developed from there. It came from my own personal experience. I've had several such experiences, but this one I felt a very strong connect. I felt that there is a story to tell here. A story of an underdog, a story of a girl with all the guys out there, a story of the ghetto and the big city and the connections that are happening through the internet, and how we just take it for granted. And you know how all those boys, when they come to your house, you know, the swag that they had, none of them are trained. They had all learnt on the job, and how they were managing their lives. So I started doing a little bit of research, and that's how I got the story idea. As far as the how did it come about, before the lab happened, see, I was already working with REC. I had done Dam Maro Dam and Nautanki Sala. So I had a foot into a very good door. I already had a foot into the door. And Rohan, who's the director of both these films, and a friend then. So one day at lunchtime, I said, you know, I have this thing that is happening and this story. So he said, yeah, that's quite interesting. Yeah. So he said, why don't you write it? So, and I had trained to be a director, but because of certain reasons, I had never directed for the longest after. So I said, I want to direct. He said, yeah, go ahead. So I wrote the script first, while it was literally commissioned or whatever as an option thing. I wrote the script, and then the lab applications came in. So I applied for the lab. And what happened in the lab was that there were these mentors who had come from all these big names from all over. It was a good experience. They all had their feedback. They all had gave me inputs. Some of them I was able to incorporate. And there was no separate process of green lighting because it was already semi-green lit by REC. So when the lab was mainly used for getting feedback and bettering the script. And then after a couple of months, we finished the script, and then we got into production, and within 8-9 months we were on floor. As far as the changes that have happened, see, all scripts go through a sea change from what you write initially. Then there are various components that happen. You change certain stuff. Then there are certain casting issues. There are certain casting decisions you take, location decisions. So a lot of things happen. I cannot pinpoint one particular thing that we change a lot. So that was the main arc. But what is important is that the story came because it was happening and I caught it. I had an antenna which I could catch it, and that's what I think all of you should be able to develop, the process of finding stories and understanding whether it is a story for the audiovisual medium.